What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, a huge thanks for coming back. We really appreciate you. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. So today we're going to do a couple different things. I want to give you guys an update on Dirty Girl. That thing is pretty close to being there. And an update on the crew cab that I showed you on the last video. That thing is done and out of here. But before we get to anything, we're also going to be reviewing and installing a couple of new products from Wolfbox, a pretty cool new company. Well, I think they're new, at least they're new to me. They might have been, I think they've been in business for a little while, making some pretty cool products. This is the first product we're going to test out from them, and it is perfect because my crew cab dually is dead and this thing is a jump starter, so hopefully we can get it fired up. Now I think the battery is dead, as in dead on it, so I don't think we'll be able to jump start it, but hopefully we can get it started. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, again, so like I said, I'm pretty sure the battery is dead, so I don't think this jump starter or any of the other ones that I have will get it started, but we'll give it a shot because I'm stranded in the shop. My ride left, so I gotta get this thing started if I want to go home. And again, a huge thanks to them. We actually have, I'll let you know in a little bit, but they sent us this jump starter to review, and they sent us one more, I think, to send out to you guys, so I'm pretty excited about it. Hopefully this one's charged. 80%. Should be good enough. If it, again, I think it's dead. These things are pretty good. They'll start a pretty dead battery, but they're not gonna start a dead battery. Okay guys, as you can see, we were able to get this thing started even with a pretty dead battery, and that's because this thing actually has a function that even if the battery falls pretty low, you can still get it started with that boost setting that I'll talk about here in a little bit. But luckily we got the truck running so I can get home. Okay guys, so again, this jump starter comes in super clutch, and like I've said before, I think everyone should have one of these in their cars. Right now I have one in the red truck, one in my wife's car, one in my daily, and then one of these is going to be going on the green dually. So I'm going to have one in every car that I own right now. Yeah. And again, like I said, I highly suggest that you guys always keep one of these things on, because I've used it a whole bunch of times on my own personal cars, and I've actually also helped people that are stranded in a parking lot or whatever with a dead battery. I've helped them be able to get home by helping them with the jump start. So again, these things are super cool. And again, this is a 4,000 amp jump starter, so it's a pretty decent size. They do advertise it as being able to jump start up to a 10-liter gas or diesel. I haven't tried it with the 7.3. I'm sure that I could start it because I've started this truck on 4,000 amp starters before. But again, the battery is not dead on this thing, and I really don't want to kill the battery because I don't want to damage the IDM. But again, like I said, it started the 460 effortlessly twice already. So one last night when it was over there that we were trying to go home, and then this morning, because again, like I said, the battery on that truck is dead. And this thing was able to jump start it with a completely gone dead battery, and that was thanks to its boost feature. So most of the time when you use this thing, you wanna, I believe, connect it, turn it on with just the regular on button, which is this bottom one right there, and it should light green, which means that it detected the battery and that it's ready to start it. Now if you connect it, turn it on, and it's just this, it doesn't have anything green that I believe says start, like that means that your battery is too low. So what I did is I used the boost feature. So you disconnect it from the battery, you hold the boost feature for 2 seconds. I'm gonna turn it back off. So you hold the boost feature for 2 seconds, it starts like that. Once you see that, then you connect it to your battery, you start your car, and you go on your way. And again, that started the green dually 7.5 liter gas engine 460 effortlessly on about 75% charge. Actually in the morning it was closer to like 60% because it already started it the one time the night before. And again, super happy with this thing. you get your jump starter, which again, like I said, is a pretty decent size. It's probably the smallest one that I own, and it looks really good. It's got a flashlight, which is decently bright. You gotta hold it a couple seconds for it to turn on, but so it's got strobe, SOS. So again, pretty decent flashlight. And then it comes with this charger and the actual charging block, which is one of the cool ones that the prongs stow away. It actually has pretty decent battery terminal clamps, and it all comes in a really nice hard case, which I love. I hate when they come in those flimsy bags. This is a really nice hard case with padding, a little, well, not a lot of padding, no padding, but again, really nice case. It's a pretty nice, slick, small, compact case that you can throw anywhere in your car. And again, I'm not saying this just to sell you this one. Again, I only have one of these, and we're gonna give away this one. But I truly believe that everybody should have one of these, because you never know when you're gonna need it, and it's better to have it there and never have to use it than be stranded somewhere and not have a way to get home. So again, highly recommend one of these. We'll leave a link down below to this one. But now, if you guys want to win this one that we're giving away with Wolfbox, all you need to do is just leave a comment down below, anything you want to comment, and we'll be picking someone in the next video to give this drum starter away. So super excited about that. And again, a huge thank you to Wolfbox. They've been super cool and easy to work with. As soon as I told them, because they actually sent me this one in accident, and I asked them, hey, instead of giving it back, can we give it away as a giveaway? And they were super happy about it. They said yes right away, so that's awesome. So again, super cool product. Again, I'll leave a link to it down below. Leave a comment to get entered in the giveaway for this one. Again, really happy with that. Now, the main part of this video is going to be the install of this G900 rear view mirror, but it's not just any regular rear view mirror. So let me show you real quick. Let's do a quick unboxing of this, because I'm actually very excited about this. When I first found this company, Wolfbox, through this product, and they were, again, like I say, cool enough to send me this, and then that to test out, and then, like I said, the other one that we're gonna give away. But I absolutely love this, and I think that a lot of you guys are gonna like it too. Okay, so there we have it. Again, a rear view mirror, but it's not just any rear view mirror. This thing's actually a screen, and the way that this works is a lot of newer cars, like my wife's, the rear view is actually a screen with the camera in the back, and that is exactly what this thing is. They send you the mirror with a camera that should be in there, which we're gonna attempt to put on the back of the cab, right on the third brake light. If we can't manage that, then we'll put it on the license plate. And again, like I said, it shows you the view from that camera in the mirror, and it's super clear, super nice. Again, I am so excited to install this thing. It is also a dash camera, which is pretty cool, and it's a pretty big mirror. It's pretty good. I like it. And again, like I said, it comes with everything you'll need. This is the actual camera that, like I said, we're gonna try and mount up there. You've got a 12-volt cigarette lighter if you want to power it that way. I believe we're gonna try and hardwire it. You've got a little GPS antenna and a couple other accessories that you can use with it. They even send a little trim tool. So again, pretty cool. And like I said, we're gonna be hardwiring this thing. So they sent us, I believe, I think this is this might be the hardwire kit. So yeah, they sent us a hardwire kit for this to be able to hardwire it to the truck. And I believe this is a camera extender. I don't think we'll use this since we got a single cap, but it's cool that they actually sent it to us. And all of these are extras. You can buy it as a kit, I believe, but the main product is just the mirror. And oh, we also got this I guess bracket stand to be able to mount it directly to the windshield, because these things are meant to mount to your existing mirror, and you just, I guess, more or less secure it in place with these things. But I personally hate the way that it looks when you do that, when you just stick the mirror onto your existing mirror. I think it looks way better when you actually mount it onto your windshield. So fortunately they sell all of this stuff to be able to mount it directly to your windshield, which is, like I said, what we're going to try to do. And because we're already going to be working over there by the third brake light, this company, Supri, sent us this third brake light, which I am pretty excited. To try out. I think it's gonna look great. But since it's smoked, I'm pretty sure that pretty soon we're gonna have to replace these brake lights with some smoked ones, which these are supposed to be smoked. If you guys have been with the channel long enough, you'll remember that video that I did smoking these tail lights. They definitely still look good. They still look dark, and they've held up pretty decently well. We've had a little bit of peeling right here, but other than that, they still look pretty good. But I definitely do want to update the look of this truck, so we're going to probably be getting some new tail lights pretty soon for it. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead, kind of figure out all of this stuff and see how I'm going to install everything on the truck, and then I'll check back in with you guys. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you this real quick. So like I've said, this mirror is meant to kind of clip onto your existing mirror, but if you want to mount it to the windshield, you're going to have to install this bracket that you can buy from Wolfbox, and it's actually pretty easy. So you can see you've got these 4 feet that are meant, again, to attach it to your existing mirror. So to be able to install this, we got to take these off and screw this in place. And all it is you got to take off those 4 little pads, and then underneath the pads you're gonna have these screws. We're gonna remove the screws. Okay, so once you remove the screw and take that little cap off, then you should be able to pull this thing out, maybe. Let me see. I believe it's gotta come out. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do with one hand, but it just pulls out like that. So it doesn't pull up, it slides out. So again, working with one hand. Got a little flathead to pry that little rubber piece off. It's glued in place, so it's going to be just slightly hard to get off. But that is off. Now a Phillips will get the screw out. A little bit more apparently. Okay. And then it just pulls out. And we're going to do the same to these other 2. Okay, so we have all of those little legs off, and now we're going to install the actual bracket to be able to mount it to the mirror. And then you've got 4 new little screws that come in the baggie with this kit. Okay, never mind. These are the screws that come in the little baggie are for this mount actually, so we're going to reuse the old screws. My bad. Okay, and just like that, we have this bracket fully mounted on, and like I said, with these screws, we're going to mount this to the actual windshield, which is, again, super cool. And again, like I said, this is a really good size mirror. Pretty thin, and we've got that really nice dash cam. So I'm gonna go ahead, take this to the truck, install it on the windshield, and we'll move on to actually wiring this thing, which I ran into a small little problem that I'll talk about once we're in the truck. Okay, real quick, so we have the whole mirror assembled to install on the windscreen, on the windshield, sorry. And I've already tested this part, and it actually does fit on the original shoe that we had on here for the original mirror. So that is good to go, because the old mirror that I had in here didn't actually fit properly, but this one fits on there perfect. And there we go, nice and solid, and I am so excited for this thing. Okay, so update time. We've got the mirror mounted on the truck. I'll show you that here in a little bit. But again, like I said, the hardwire kit they send you has these two mini fuses. One is for your constant battery, one is for your accessory, and the ground. The thing is that they send mini fuses, but even if they send the ACC, ATO, whatever these ones are, the normal ones that our trucks use, I don't have any spots left in my fuse box to where I could mount this, install those fuses. So what we're gonna do is use these fuse taps. And if you've never used one of these, basically what it is on your fuse box, you find whatever fuse you need. So either constant power or auxiliary power, so or key on power, accessory power, whatever you want to call it. You remove that fuse, and the fuse that you removed, you install it on this top section. And the fuse that you're gonna use, so I believe these are 3 amp fuses. So we'll put a 3 amp fuse at the bottom of this, and then we'll cut this little fuse off of this, crimp this cable onto this, and it should be good to go. At least that's the plan. If you've been with the channel for a while, you know that I am completely illiterate when it comes to anything wiring or electrical or anything like that. So definitely do your research before you do anything that I do when it comes to electrical stuff. But I believe this should work, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna get all this crimped together, get it ready, and then we'll throw it on the truck. Okay, so we've got our harness modified, extended. We essentially have it ready to work, and what we ended up doing is we extended our ground cable so that we can hook it up to a ground. Not sure what the best ground is. Probably this big one would be better than where I'm at. But that should work. It gets screwed in straight to the body, so I think it'll be fine. And then now, as far as the fuse taps, the yellow one is your battery, your constant on. And I've already found these 2 top ones are constant battery. So I've got my little test light right here. The truck is off, key off, and as you can see, those are hot. And they're both pretty worthless spots. This one is for the buzzer, so like when you leave your keys on or your doors on. Now the buzzer in my truck is disabled, so we don't really use that one. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and use this spot for our constant battery. Now the second one we gotta find is a key on, or an accessory, a switch on cable, whatever you want to call it. And I believe these ones down here should be that. Because as you can see, when we touch them, nothing happens. And then I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my key. And now we have power. So this one is a key on, so is that one. So it seems like all of these 3 are key on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna find the one that I think is the most useless, not important, and tap into that one. So let me go ahead and look at my fuse panel, look at these one more time to make sure that they are key on, and once I have everything tapped, I'll show you the update. Okay, so warning, don't get scared about this rat's nest that I'm about to show you. Alright, so this is what. Okay guys, so at this point we actually lost all the audio to our microphone, but what we ended up finding was a spare spot on the fuse box that wasn't being used. So we decided to tap into that one for the constant power, because it was a constant power spot. And then we found just another spot for our key on that wasn't too useful. So none of the computers or anything like that actually matters. And yeah, like I said, that's what we ended up doing to tap in for power for our Wolfbox G900 mirror. It was actually pretty easy. Okay guys, so another real quick update, and hopefully it's not too loud. I got my buddy welding, so if it's too loud I might do a voiceover. But we're to the point where we are we've got the camera ran through the top of the roof, and I fished it. So for you guys who don't know, the cabs on this thing, they're essentially double walled, right? You've got your interior wall, and then you've got your actual roof of your truck, the outside. So what I did is I fished the wire for the camera right in between them with a couple of TIG welding rods, and I'll show you on the other side how I did it, but it worked perfectly. So now we're at the point where we're going to be putting the third brake light back on. And again, I got this from that company right there. They actually sent a pretty cool sticker with it. But I did have a problem. It has these little legs on it that were sticking out a little bit too far out, and it was hitting the cab and not letting it rest all the way in like I should. So I went ahead and ground those down flush with this gasket, and hopefully that will allow it to sit all the way in. And then I think it has just enough clearance for the camera cable to also make it and allow everything to sit flush. So I'm gonna go ahead, put this all the way in, and then kind of show you the finished product on the back of the truck. Okay, so we've got the third brake light and the camera installed on the cab of the truck, and everything is looking pretty good, I would say. I'll show you in a little bit the actual brake function of the third brake light. But again, we've got the camera mounted. We ran the wire through the bottom of the light in between one of these two I guess spots on the housing, so that it would have a better chance of sealing. At first I wanted to do it through this corner, but it did interfere a little bit with the actual housing. So right here in the middle, cut a little bit of that gasket out, and it was good to go. And it sealed up really good, so I'm not really worried about water. I will keep an eye on it the first couple of rainstorms just to make sure that nothing is wet inside. If it does happen to be, I'll probably just run a small bead of silicone all the way around it, but I think it'll be fine. Now the camera, it installed with some double-sided tape that they sent, and then on the back of it, you've got two screws that you can adjust to adjust the tilt on it. Okay guys, so right here the microphone on my camera decided to let me down again, so we're gonna do another little bit of a voiceover. So what I'm trying to show you is that we fished the camera wire through those little holes on where both walls of the cab meet. So you have those little holes all throughout, and all I had to do was just enlarge that hole a little bit with a screwdriver. Okay guys, so this is really hard to try and record and drive and have the phone actually pick it up. But it's amazing, trust me. I'll talk more once I get to the shop, but this thing is freaking cool. Okay guys, so it is surprisingly hard to record this because it is so bright outside. It's a really nice sunny day today. But like I can perfectly see the mirror. Like it looks really, really nice to me. And again, the field of view that you get with this thing is so much, like so big. You literally see, like that is the bed of the truck. Let me see if I can show you. So that's the bed. You can see all of this around it. And again, the camera's having a really hard time picking it up, but it looks really, really nice and really clear. And again, like when you're driving, you can see everything behind you. And again, this truck is tinted relatively dark. It's, I believe, 5% all the way around. So even during the day, it can be hard to see outside through the mirror, but with this new Wolfbox mirror, it is super clear. And I got the G900, I believe, 900 or 9000, can't remember. And it works super good. Again, like I said, I'm really happy with it. And like the only thing that I would change is just these connections. I think they are really in a pretty bad spot, but again, I know why they put them there. I would love if they made a version that was intended just for mounting it directly to the windshield and had these on the back instead of on top like this, so you could hide them a little bit better. But like I said, I've got some low mount cables coming, at least for this one, so we can hide it. And then I have that clip that's supposed to hide the cables coming to make this a little bit cleaner. But yeah, again, super cool mirror. I'm actually really happy with it.
It took me a little bit longer than I thought it would to install it. Not the actual installation. The installation actually was really easy. But I've had this mirror for a few weeks now, and I'm glad that I finally took the time to put it on. Again, huge thanks to Wolfbox for sending this and the 2 jump starters. Again, guys, don't forget, we have that giveaway going on. All you have to do is leave a like, leave a comment down below, and in next week's video, we'll pick one of you and send out the jump starter to one of you guys. So again, super excited for this thing.
Okay, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed the install of the Wolfbox G900 rear view mirror and their jump starter, which, by the way, that thing is freaking awesome. I've been using it a lot lately. I don't know why, but this last month we've been having battery problems with everything. So we jump started the green truck a few times. My buddies had to jump start his, well, essentially a pre-runner. I don't think I've ever showed it to you guys, but this is my buddy Cody from TSW. This is his, like I said, pre-runner. I think it's freaking badass. And one of these days, we'll get him on camera. We'll go take this thing off road and show you what it can do, because it's freaking badass. But anyways, again, the mirror's working great. We're actually gonna probably be doing a couple more videos on it, showing some of the other stuff that it can do. But for now, I want to give you one last little sneak peek before we end the video. Okay, that's all you get. But Dirty Girl is this close to being done. We gotta finalize a couple of things, tear it completely back apart, send all the parts to powder coat, reassemble it, and she'll pretty much be done. We are super excited to get this truck finished and on the road, because it's a beast. And probably the next video will be on Dirty Girl. So again, a huge thank you, a ginormous thank you to Wolfbox. I absolutely love their product. I'll leave a link to everything down below. Again, don't forget, there's a giveaway going on for the jump starter, so definitely get in on it. And again, a huge thank you to you guys. This video's taken a while to put out, but again, we are trying our best to be able to make more videos. And again, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you for the next one.